It's your weekly reminder that we want you to get involved on the show tonight. You can reach us by text or grab our attention on social media. You can reach us on X, formerly known as Twitter. Use the hashtag OKBlitz. Plus on Facebook, we have News 9 Sports and News on 6 Sports. And to vote on play the percentages later in the Blitz, text Dean or text John to 79640.
All right, here's our update. This isn't the total, but the update on the latest Sooners in or out of the transfer portal. Headed out, Caden Green, Aaron Parks, interestingly, an offensive lineman. More on Green just a second. Transferring in, cornerback Dejon Malone. I guess he can play anywhere back there. Top portal wide receiver and NFL prospect. Deion Burks, that is big. And running back Sam Franklin from UT Martin. Now, the Caden Green situation is all that's wrong with uncontrolled NIL and immediate eligibility after transferring. OU is the classic example of the problems here. You sign a kid who dreamed of Oklahoma, emerged as a freshman starter, and quickly showed that he could become a first or second round draft pick if healthy. He gets an OU bid or offer, doesn't show up for practice, finds out that he used that offer to get a bigger one and gone when most needed. Big money is unfair across the board, but now we see other teams shopping and scouring rosters and evaluating them like they're high school recruits. It's nauseating. Soon, some kids are going to sign and get money, transfer elsewhere for bigger money, transfer a second time for a third payday. 3 schools, no allegiance. Bottom line is the bottom line. If you aren't Oregon, Texas A&M, Texas, Georgia, Missouri, etc., you fight nonstop to keep your own players. However, because of the new system, if OU and OSU can't match Oregon and Texas, for example, you're going to remain regulars in the Alamo and Texas Bowls, perhaps, while Texas is in the national semi.
Look, for me, this is the first portal entry that Oklahoma didn't expect and really hurt them because all the other ones, I think, it was conversations that was had by the staff and players, and it was kind of expected. This one came out of nowhere, as Dean just kind of touched on. No one saw this coming. The staff didn't see it coming. Players on the team didn't see it coming. And I think it's safe to say, follow the money. Like a lot of things in life, definitely as it relates to the transfer portal, oftentimes that's where you'll come up to your answer. Now, I think Oklahoma was set to, their NIL, everything that they had in place was set to make Caden Green, have him a great situation in Norman. But obviously they weren't able to reach the heights of some other places. Big loss for Oklahoma. The real question is, where do you move from now? Because there's going to be a lot of holes on that offensive line next year. They just got their 5th commitment for the upcoming high school signing period that starts on Wednesday. They've got Spencer Brown out of Michigan State. So Bill Beanbo knows he's got to address an offensive line room that is dwindling by the day, and they look to do that through the high school recruiting. And I think they'll be very, very aggressive in the transfer portal as well.
Well, interesting situation with running back Tawee Walker. He's in the portal, but he's also practicing with the Sooners, wants to play in the bowl game. Here was reaction after one of the workouts this past week.
That means a lot. I mean, finish what you started, and he's not gonna, give back out on the team. He's gonna, continue to play and finish what he started coming here. And I'm happy for him. Want the best for him. Wish the best for him.
You'd have to ask him. Certainly, he'll be. That's not the case for everybody, but Tawee, if he's going to look at some opportunities and doesn't get what he wants, he's more than welcome to be a part of the team.
So the questions are, do you think he'll withdraw from the portal and stay? And while this situation, by the way, is playing out, how does this affect the running back room, Dean?
Well, I'm happy to hear Tawee's going to play. He serves a purpose. He's tough as nails. He moves piles. He's steady and reliable. He gets every inch possible out of every run. They're going to enjoy having the Tennessee Martin transfer I mentioned. He'll play. Sawchuk starts. #1 back in the nation, Tatum, the recruit, is headed this way. The big question mark in my mind is Javonte Barnes. He'll figure into some of these decisions.
Yeah, no question. And look, what about Caleb Hicks? I mean, Caleb Hicks, another guy out of Denton, Texas.
Absolutely.
Extremely talented. Like to see him a little bit more toughness. But Taylor Tatum, I mean, he's the #1 running back in this upcoming class that's going to be signed on Wednesday. The reality is they need to step it up in that room. I mean, I think DeMarco Murray is a fantastic running backs coach, but we haven't seen the elite playmaking ability in that room. Sawchuk close strong, 4 straight 100-yard games. I think we'd all agree that running back room needs to be more of a strength for the Sooners moving forward.
Yeah.
Well, I think we did kind of say that Sawchuk, before the season started, we expected him to be more of the breakout guy, and eventually down the stretch, he was kind of that guy.
Yeah, but I think what Dusty's saying is that, you know, Oklahoma has had 2, sometimes 3 backs back there.
Elite.
2 of them go play in the pros.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little different right now.
No question.
Yeah.
Well, coming up,